Alright, y'all, what's up? We're back with another video. Before we even start talking about anything, I'm gonna apologize for this background noise. I don't know if y'all can hear it, but there is some. But today we really just gonna be showing y'all what the tune does. Do I think there was any actual gains? And just a few 0 to 60s, maybe one, maybe two. So yeah, before we talk about the tune, I'm gonna see. I peeled off the plastic dip on all four of the wheels. It took about 2.5 hours. I didn't do it all at once. I worked on it, then I came back at it. But yeah, I got all that off, so I'm back on stock chrome. I'll say we got something coming for the channel pretty soon here, within the next 3-4 weeks max. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into the tune though. The main thing that everybody's come here for. So the tune from Diablo Intune i3, this is in an actual tune. People don't understand what a lot of people don't understand what a tuner and a tune is. This is a tuner. This is what you'd use obviously to tune your vehicle. You have to get a tuner before you get a tune, obviously. So with the Diablo Intune, you have a tuner right here. And this is the Diablo Intune i3. They also make the Diablo Trinity T2. And that's about $100 to $115 more than what this Intune i3 is. And the really only difference you get is you get a big screen that you can mount, and you get gauges. But I mean, I have the Super Track Pack. I already have gauges, so I don't need it. So we're just gonna get to just some of the small basics. If you go to your settings page, that's your main menu really. This is the main menu right here. You have three options. Get your settings, which will take you into your Wi-Fi configurations, analog input, sound and display, and just advanced options, which I don't really know what the advanced options for. If you go to scan tool, you have to make sure you put your car in the run, which as you'll see there, it'll tell you step by step. I'll say the Diablo Intune is a very user-friendly product. Now, it does have some kind of, it's kind of slow at times, but not all the time. Majority of the time, it's a fast reacting thing. I'm not going to say super fast. Now, don't expect iPhone speed out of a tuner, but, it's fairly fast. So if you go to your scan tool options, you can do data logging for your actual tune. If you want to get an actual tune, you want to get an email tune, or even if you're doing a dyno tune, that's you data log. Usually an email tune is where you want to data log though. So you do an email tune from somebody out of the state. Hey, you data log this. You send it to your tuner, your actual tuning guy. I'm gonna call him a tuner as well, or your tuning guy. I don't know. You call him what you want. Send it to that guy. He'll work his magic, and then he'll send you an email tune, which you just plug this up into your computer, and then you just load it onto the tuner, and then from there you just install it into your car. Pretty simple. So you got your trouble codes, and you got your trouble codes like check engine lights and all that. So it's pretty simple with that. But getting on to the main thing that everybody's come here for, your tune vehicle option. There's two different really ones. They said they got the easy tune, which is it shows you everything you get. With the RT, you only get these two options on the tune. I believe like some trucks get actually all four, like a mile per gallon boost. So, I guess your car's more in a limp mode. You go to 87 octane tune, a 91 or a 93. Right now, I'm running a 93 octane tune. When I first got the car, I had a 91 octane tune, and I'll say there was a difference, but it wasn't much. With a 93 octane tune, this thing is really woken up. I mean, now, would I compare this to a 6.4? No, but it's. I can say this car can get loose from you a lot more easier with the tune. It'll definitely, it feels more like a 392 with the tune, just because of the horsepower gains, which I'm going to keep it realistic. I believe there was an actual gain before we even start talking about it. I believe there is a realistic gain. But if you go to your advanced tune, it's going to be the same thing. It'll say your tune select and your quick adjust. Quick adjust is just really how you change a little bit your tune, modify the tune for your car. Like, it'll ask you a few questions about your tires, this and that. Do you want to turn this off, etc. And your tune select, it's basically the same thing as the easy tune. So you can modify the parameters of the tune, same thing as the other option, or you can go ahead and install standard tune. And I'm not going to do that, but if you press it, it'll take you to your what is it? They call it the Diablo tune, and then they have the 91 tune. So the 91 tune is exactly what it sounds like. It's the easy tune 91 tune. The Diablo tune is the 93 octane tune. It is the same exact thing, just different named. And then you got the restore backup option. But besides that, that's really the tuner. It's kind of a steep price. It's about $504, I believe. But it's, it's kind of worth it at the same time when you look at what you get. But let me go ahead and show y'all my 0 to 60 timing decreased when I got the tune. When I put the tune in and installed it, the 93 octane tune, that is. My 0 to 60 before, the best I could ever get was a 5.2. The car is rated for a 5.1. That's like the best that's the best it can run. But whenever I installed the tune, and like this is like on my third run, my third try, this is what I ended up getting. My time was I don't know if y'all can see that, a 4.9. That's right, guys. I ran a 4.9 with a 93 octane tune. So, I mean, a 93 octane tune and an exhaust got me into the 4s. That's pretty impressive out of a 5.7. I mean, I know a lot of people will still doubt and talk, but a 4.9 is pretty impressive. So, yeah. I'll definitely say this car, once again, I'll say it gets loose a lot more easier. Like, this thing is more of a beast. I'll say that. Now, could I compare it to like a pedal commander beast? Because I've never actually been in a pedal commander vehicle at all, so I don't know how jumpy those things are. Everybody says those things are ridiculously jumpy, so I don't think it'll make the car feel like a pedal commander, but it'll definitely make it feel more power, just overall realistic power. I mean, because that's what this thing does. This thing unlocks your PCM so the engine can run at a different rate, and I mean, I believe they estimated it at 20 to 25 horsepower. I'd say that's probably about a realistic number, because 20 horsepower really isn't a lot. Like, a lot of people won't feel 20 horsepower, but if you push the car just a little bit, you know a 20 horsepower difference. And if you know your car, you know a difference, and I definitely know a difference. So we're just gonna go ahead and hit a 0 to 60 here for y'all real quick. We're gonna go ahead and put on the dyno. I haven't actually tested the dyno. Alright guys, so I ran a 5.3, which of course isn't good. It's not great. I mean, it's not bad at all. 5.3 is not bad, but it's not great. Of course, I got the phone in one hand and I'm, driving with the other. And obviously, I don't want to send it. So this is another thing I'll say. With the tune, the 275s are they're obsolete. If you want to be realistic, the 275s are obsolete. When I first installed the tune, I spun at 40 miles per hour with 275s, which is a really crazy, like, for a RT, that's a pretty decent speed to be spinning at. So I spun, and I mean, at that point, I knew that the 275s were no longer sufficient enough. So whenever I started doing some 0 to 60s, I spin and spin. I used to be able to hook and book before the tune. Now it's spin. So I don't even, like, whenever I do my 0 to 60s now, I just kind of half throttle them whenever I get off the jump. I can't even fully send it. So whenever I do eventually get new wheels and tires, I'll obviously go with a bigger setup. Maybe 315s, possibly 305s, 295s, we'll see. Probably 305s though. So we'll definitely be able to hook and book. That's the main thing. But yeah, I mean, overall synopsis of the Diablo tune. Do I think it's worth $500? Yes and no, depending on which way you want to go. If you don't really depend on modifying your car too heavily, then no. If you do kind of plan on putting some mods, then yeah, definitely the tuner will be worth it. So that's the way I see it. But then again, people value money at different rates than, you know, other people. So that's truly up to you. But yeah, I mean, I personally think it's worth it, and I like it. I love it. One thing I'll say before I actually head out: always make sure if you get the Diablo tune, anyone, the Trinity, any of them, any tuner, always make sure that you unplug it from your OBD2 port before you get out of your car, wherever you go. Okay, because the Diablo tune hooked up, the tuner hooked up, will keep on running all night. It'll stay on this screen all night, all day, as long as you have it hooked up. It'll drain from your battery, so always make sure you have it unplugged. I mean, even when I drive, I have it unplugged. I honestly rarely hook it up because you don't have to have it hooked up to have the tune installed to your PCM. So I rarely even have it hooked up. So yeah, that's that. But it's definitely worth it. Great product. Give them a look. I'm gonna leave the link for the description. I'm gonna leave the link in the description for the actual tuner and Diablo Sports as a whole. So, yep, that's gonna be the end of this video. Hope y'all like, comment, subscribe. Catch y'all later.